Hi all, how are you going? Welcome with me, Redski here, on another round of Righteous Readings, where I give raw, righteous, real readings to you guys, my avid viewers. How are you doing? I've missed yous all so freaking much. I hope you're all doing really well. I've got a bit of a wrist complaint today. I was supposed to be doing housework, but I banged it out as fast as I could this morning. So now at lunchtime, I can still use some of my Tuesday today to do readings for you. I've had to change up my schedule, and it's become frustrating, to say the least, because Tuesday would be my day just to do videos all day and just do it at my own leisure. But when you have people up your ass constantly, government people up your ass constantly, bitching to you about, you know, the fact that your floor has not been swept 1,000 billion times, I have to do that for foreseeable future again. So my Tuesdays are now cleaning day, and Wednesday's cleaning day, and Friday's cleaning day, and every other day a moment in between that is always cleaning day anyway. But Tuesdays was the one day I had for myself, so at my own leisure I could do my videos. I'm getting a little frustrated, as you can tell. I love sacrificing a lot, and I'll sacrifice anything for my family. But maybe there's a bit of a message in this for you too, Sagittarius. But when it gets to the point where you give so much of yourself that there's none of you left, what the bloody hell's it all for? You know? Gotta have something for yourself, as small as it may be. Maybe I'm just bitching because, like, the no license and everything is really taking its toll. I'm over halfway. I'm halfway now. Halfway. Out of 7 weeks. But I've had enough of being isolated here in Oz. And it's been really hard because you think, oh, well, you're a creator. You're home more time to make that glorious content that you want. Well, September's coming around, and I've done 2 monthly star signs. Usually I've done them all when I'm into the love round by now. I've never been so far behind. Probably because my kids have been home more than usual because of the traffic, the transport issue. It makes no sense to me at all. Any of it. It's just compounding frustration on frustration's ground. But we are going to do Sagittarius's September. And with that, I want to say a massive shout out to a new mod that's just joined the team, to beautiful Melissa, who's an avid watcher of the channel. She's joined us so many times in her life, been so supportive for such a long time. I thought it was more than needed for her to join the team. She's shown it such support, and that's what I do to my avid subscribers and viewers. Those that come through, make comments regularly, tune into the lives, you know, really put effort into being a part of the channel and show supporting you know, qualities towards the channel. Look, these are the people that I want here, you know? Like, all effort is rewarded here. I don't believe anything should be gifted, especially time. Time is the most valuable thing in this world because we can't get that shit back. So to Melissa, thank you so much for all your beautiful support, my darling, and I hope you enjoy being in blue. And do not worry, my darling, there is nothing that you need to do. Just do as you have always done. It's just a note to you, my darling, for all those to see that, you know, when you do social support is rewarded, especially here at Redski's Righteous Readings. So let's check out the Sagittarius reading for the month of September 2022. Okay, guys, I hope you are doing very, very well. Now, Sagittarius has been put through the ringer quite a bit lately, and I've been feeling hard for you beautiful peeps because it's been an absolute mingle-bingle for my Sagittarius folk, you know, and I feel so, my heart feels so heavy for you guys because Sagittarius are beautiful people. Honestly, I love Sagittariuses. Their freedom, their adventurous spirit, they just take it all on board. They just go with the stride. They don't need any pre-planning. They're quite free, but they're quite grounded still. Like, they have great qualities and personalities. Here we go. For the Sagittarius is September. I wish you all the very, very best of luck. Well, this is bloody interesting. And that was even before I looked at the underlying energy. September 2022, Sag. It's important. I'm hearing it's important. I don't know what's important. We've got a few majors here. The past, the moving forward, the outsider's view, and the hopes and fears, as well as the underlying energy of the deck. So we've got, what do we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 11 placements. So that says to me there are some crucial features going on here. It's not going to be everything, but there's been fixed parts here that are very important. And it's all about the change, my loves. It's all about the change. The underlying energy for your September, Sagittarius, the whole thing it's born from, Scorpio's major arcana, we have the Death card here. Sagittarius, September is all about transformation and change. It's all about growth, internal, external, spiritually. For some of you, it's finally going to be that healing side of the hurt or pain. For others of you, this is going to be the start of a journey. For others of you, it will be more wrapping up. But this is where the true transformation of change really happens now, no matter what stage of it you're in. This is where the payoff comes for all of the hard work, in a way, I guess you could say. For all the minute changes that you've been making. All of the hard work, all the sufferance, all the perseverance, all of the trials and tribulations. Now's the time to reap that sown effort. The transformation is here. I'm hearing the transformation is here. I don't feel confident though. Like, I feel like you aren't backing it. It's like you smelt it, you see it, but you can taste it, but you still don't trust that it's really jelly. Is it because you've been let down so many times, or you just don't want to really accept it until there's no other choice but somewhere to be? Let's break it down, Sag. Your current energy coming into September, coming into the reading. You come into it with the 8 of Pentacles reverse. You're coming into this with a lack of plan. You've come to this point now where things are a little bit out of sequence, out of skill, out of refinement is what I want to say. It's not refined. You're coming into September a little bit non-prepared, a little bit non-refined. You're a bit of a rough diamond. You've got the shape, but you're not polished. I'm hearing you've got the shape, but you're not polished. It's incomplete. You're coming in like dressed like a business person, for example, but your resume is all about packaging or manufacturing work, for example, but you're dressed in attire that would be of, Wall Street or something. It's like what you're trying to portray, you actually have no or very little skill in. This is strange. I'm going to clarify. I really just want to start clarifying now, but that's not the way I work with this. But I have this overwhelming urge just to pull more cards here. Not yet. I'm hearing not yet. Alright. Your challenge, obstacle, issue, thing you're going to need to work on through September is that of the 5 of Wands. So this is contradictionaries and challenges. This is not meeting here in a mutually understandable energy. This is everything needs to be fight for. You need to take another one down. You've got to push on through. It's always someone up your ass telling you that it's black when you're saying it's white. It's even just so tedious and repetitive, I want to say. There's a lot of competition and a lot of struggle here through September, and the challenge is to deal with this. And to have enough longevity to want to keep going. Because I feel like all of September, it's going to be just so much like that. Because the crowning of the reading, hanging at the forefront for you at the subconscious level, is that Ace of Swords reverse. Saggy. This is, in a way, self-destruction. And I feel like mentally you're spent. You're taxed. You're exhausted. You just don't want to deal with that. You don't want to put any force and shit towards it. That's for bloody sure. And you may be denying it to yourself that you need some mental space here, or you need some more clarity here mentally. It's like being blocked here. I'm hearing you're not championizing your real truth right now. And I feel like that's how you feel mentally right now. Like, you don't want it to be known that you're not at your best right now. For fear of, you know, Five of Wands. And there's another reason why I say that. Because the reading where it's all born from. The Seven of Wands reversed. Now, this is fire energy. This is you, Sagittarius. Seven of Wands reverse. You know, the Seven of Wands upright is getting the gains. When it's reversed, you are not. Your competitors, your are surmounting you. Your competitors, your constituents, your left to right, foe and friend, all are overriding you. They're surmounting you. They're taking over. There is a lack of courage here. You are lacking in bravado. You're lacking in strength. You're lacking in... You just don't want to. You're just so sick of it. This is why that Five of Wands is your challenge. It's in a direct descendant to that. I can tell you that right now. And there is another 7 directly next to it, but we will get to that, so I don't want to get you lost in the movement. Past Angie leaving you now, Sagittarius, still prevalent. We have that. Wheel of Fortune reversed. Past Angie, Sag, is that of bad luck, bad sequence. Feeling like, you know, destiny, fortune, and fate can forget. Because it's not got my back. It's up to me. Because anytime I hope for, wait for, feel like it doesn't work out good. Or this was in the past energy when you lost a little faith in yourself. Because you weren't able to bring something in, or you weren't able to make it work, or you weren't able to... There is a little bit of here in the past energy. Whether that's for the surrounding events, or whether it's how you moved through that yourself. There is a sense of it wasn't the best. And there is some blame there, or there is some sort of shame, or some sort of issue there, still attached to that now. But moving forward, you're putting it aside. Gemini's major arcana, the Lovers. Sagittarius. What's going on? They're all looking at you, kid, I hear. They're all looking at you, kid. And you look your best, darling. I'm hearing, and you look your best, darling. They're all looking at you, kid, and you look your best, my darling. It's very fatherly energy. Almost wants to like pat you on the head. Very strange. Very well dressed man. Anyway, thank you. So anyway, moving forward, as I was saying, sorry about that. Sometimes we have visitors. The Lovers. This is a connection coming in, moving forward from now. This is something that you want to test, Sagittarius. And you may not be overly invested in jumping straight in straight away. But you do look your best, sweetheart. And you do look very good to them. They see qualities in you, I want to say, that you probably haven't seen in yourself for quite some time. And this is refreshing for you. Because it's like being understood again when maybe you haven't been understood in a very, very, very long time. And I mean truly understood. I don't mean words like English, what we're speaking now. But I mean understood on a spiritual level. This could also be realigning or re-cementing attachments with family, friends, elders of family, ancestral lines. But I feel so much more than that though. There is something coming in here. Unlike anything you've known before. Advice from Spirit for the month of September. Another 7. 7 of Cups reversed. This is saying that you could have many options on the table, but you know in your heart's eye that there is one particular cup that you have already chosen since the moment you laid eyes on it. Whether you know it or not. This is saying that the moment your eyes laid on that thing, person, whatever. Thing, sorry, that wasn't very nice. You know what I mean. I try to keep it neutral. Sometimes I go so neutral I go offensive. But this is saying that you've made up your mind the moment your eyes met it. And in that moment, whether you know it or not, you committed to it. 7 of Cups reversed is that of knowing which exact cup you want. And saying, F that, all that other shit, you're mine. And saying, I won't let any other cup distract me or get in my way. Because I want that one. You know when you go shopping and you see the most beautiful item and you don't buy it right then, and then you start walking out the store and you start having almost an anxiety fit and you're dreaming about it for days and you got to go back and pick that thing up. That's that. That's that. It's a compulsion. It drives you insane. You must obtain it. Maybe that's just me. Outside view of you, Sagittarius, and your situation. It's not necessarily what is actually going on. It's just the outside view of you and what they see. They see Aries Major Arcana. They see the Emperor. They see someone getting shit done, Sagittarius. They see someone not taking any bullshit. They're commanding it. The respect, the authoritative. They are commanding. They don't F around. They don't let the emotions get in the way. They're not emotionally invested. They know what they need to do and they cut through that shit precisely like a knife. This is someone that is very, very get shit done, go get it. This is all the kings combined. This is an individual that can command an army with one swing of their hand or make one fall with the backlash of another. This is an individual that could run a country. They are so ingenuitive, so respected, so understood, and so admired for their truth, yet no bullshit remark. The Emperor is all-knowing. That's why in this deck it has all the zodiacs. Because he's influenced by all. Sorry, I just had a coughing fit. My sinusitis is still giving me some issues and the infection's going into my throat now, so I feel like shit, guys. So just bear with me if I cut off. It's just because I'm dying for a second and I'll come back. Sorry. Hopes and fears for Sagittarius this September. Hopes and fears. Mercurian energy. You know Mercury does go retro during this period. The Magician reversed. Your hopes and fears. Your hope is to have everything you need to create, which I feel that you do. But your fear is the power, the advantage may go to one's head and may put you in a position where you become a little bit overhanded, a little bit, I don't want to say abusive of that power, but a little over commanding to the point where you start to overshadow other people's ideas, thoughts, opinions, or become a little bit sealed off to the point where you're not even hearing or really taking their regards much into account. You've got the blinders on, you know what I mean? And that may make you come across a little bit egotistical or self-righteous or self-reliant only. Be careful of that, because that may make it an issue if you need to work with others, because if they see that perception of you, they're not going to be very wanting to work alongside or respect maybe your opinions as much as they would if it wasn't so forceful. So just be careful. The outcome so far for Sagittarius, before I clarify, is that of the Four of Pentacles. So the outcome for September is right. What monetary you do have, you will be cleaving hold of. You might be blocking your heart chakra a little bit while doing so, because with the issue with the Four of Pentacles, it's great to cleave hold of your money and say, hey, it's a lockdown. I ain't letting a cent or a dime leave my fingertips. When we cleave hold of something so damn tight, especially like this gentleman is around his heart chakra, not does anything only not leave you, but there is nothing that will come into you either. When you don't spend money, you don't make money. So you will be cleaving hold of the asset you've got right now, but there'll be no growth for this asset. You're cleaving hold of it so tightly, you're almost strangling its growth. You might also be blocking some sort of opportunity coming out of September that might have otherwise caused growth, which now hasn't, because, example, shitty one, but I'll give it to you. You may have an account that's like a hedge fund thing that has high interest that you don't touch it, you know what I mean, for 20 odd years, and it earns blah, blah, blah. You know, like a true savings account, the ones that none of us ever fucking use. Bad example. But this is like a hedge account where you can't touch and blah, blah. And you're so like, oh, I just don't trust this. I want access to my money. You pull it out. And you got money under your mattress or some shit. You feel quite safe with it, sitting on top of it. But it's not in that hedge fund anymore. It's not growing any income off of that income anymore. It's just dead money. It's just sitting there under your bed, getting a little sweaty. Bad example. You know, I don't give the best ones. I always say that. But we get there in the end. What do I feel like? I feel like the old AA, I reckon. Let's clarify with the good old AA. Let's clarify the Sagittarius reading, please. Spirits and guides for September 2022. I need clarification of the placements, standard placements of this Celtic cross reading for the Sagittarius, please. Alright, for the Sagittarius now, let's go through and clarify. Sagittarius September, let's clarify these placements, please. I had the Hierophant reverse, wanted to show its face, but I haven't called for the placement yet. Alright, let's begin now. So the current energy, we had that Eight of Pentacles reverse. Let's clarify the energy of Sagittarius currently in September. The Eight of, thank you. Nine of Wands reverse. The challenge for Sagittarius September, the Five of Wands. Please clarify that challenge of the Five of Wands, please, for September Sagittarius. Why is the Five of Wands the challenge for Sagittarius in September, please, spirits and guides? I'm hearing everything's a challenge, everything's a challenge, everything's a challenge. Just repeating, almost like melodically. Five of Wands. Why is this a challenge for Sagittarius in September? Yeah, Death in reverse. Crowning the reading, we had that Ace of Swords reverse. Can you clarify this energy, please, of the Ace of Swords reverse for Sagittarius in September? Why is this Ace of Swords reversed? Very, very hesitant here. Like, really don't know what to do energy here. Yeah, that Hierophant's come out again, this time and it's upright. The Hierophant, Two of Wands, Queen of Swords, Page of Swords. Jesus. That sword brought a whole lot of swords and shit with it. Let's continue now. The root of the reading, we had that 7 of Wands reversed. Let's clarify this root of reading. 7 of Wands reversed for Sagittarius in September. Yeah. Ace of Wands, Tower reverse. Past energy, we have that Wheel of Fortune reverse. Can we clarify the past energy for Saggy? The Wheel of Fortune reverse. Why is that Wheel of Fortune? Yep, okay. 6 of Swords reverse. Wow, okay. Moving forward now, we have the Lovers. Let's clarify the energy of the Lovers for moving forward for Sagittarius. Clarify that Lovers card, please. 8 of Wands. Wow, you're moving like a hurricane. Clarify further, please. The Lovers and the 8 of Wands. Clarify further. The Queen of Cups. Shit. I think you found the one. I think you found a real one. I think you got a good one. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Spirit's advice now. That 7 of Cups reverse. Wow, I did not. Wow. 7 of Cups reverse. Let's clarify. Spirit's advice for Sagittarius this September. The 7 of Cups reverse. Why is Spirit's advice the 7 of Cups reverse? Clarify. That's 7 of Cups reverse, please. 3 of Pentacles reverse with that 9 of Swords. Spirit's advice is very, very interesting, actually. Outsiders, yeah, okay. The Emperor is backed by the Fool. Hopes and fears, that Magician reverse. Let's clarify that Magician reverse now, please. Knight of Wands. Finally, the outcome. The Magician. Upright this time. The 8 of Cups reverse. Not walking away, sticking with something till full success is obtained, no matter how difficult, how cumbersome, how against the odds you may be. Effort. You will not give up till full success is obtained here. And with that will come glorious transformation. Wow. I don't know why, but I am very, very antsy. I feel like you feel like something's not right, something's not. You know, questioning it. Because I can feel you questioning it. I'm kind of questioning that too. Is it legit? Not that chopper again. God, he was up here all last night, all flying around my shit. What's that? We have that all the time here. Alright, let me get a death stick, and then we're going to go through this, Sag. Man, serious. Alright, Saggy, let's square dance back through it. So your current energy was that 8 of Pentacles reverse, and this is backed by the 9 of Wands reverse. So coming into September, there is a bit of a sense here of maybe a bit of vanity or a disillusionment, maybe, that 8 of Pentacles reverse. It could be just a lack of ambition in general, to be quite honest, or, you know, a bit of hypocrisy, I really want to say. But with the 9 of Wands reverse, you know, there is a real sense here of obstacles. Needing to have a vertice here. There's a lot of problems, a lot of delays, a lot of disasters to have to overcome, a lot of barriers in general. Could also just be not feeling your best of health at the moment, or feeling really taxed and spent, like I said. Your challenge, like I was explaining to you before, that 5 of Wands with the Death card in reverse, Scorpio's major. You know, there is a lot of unsatisfied desires here, and there is a real struggle here. There's a lot of obstacles, and there is really needing to fight for what it is you want. Because without doing so, nothing will change with that Death card in reverse. If we don't make the changes here that we want to see brought forward, then things aren't going to change much at all, I feel I need to say to you. There will be stagnation or very little change. Be a state of Invrita, it will just flow forward and on. Now this crowning position, man, this was much and many, honestly. So it's the most placements out of the reading. So let's break this down a bit because we've got multiple cards here. Ace of Swords reversed with the Hierophant, Taurus's major arcana. Two of Wands, Queen of Swords, Page of Swords. Wow. In the subconscious, at the forefront of all of this, Sagittarius. How can I explain this? Well, firstly, that Ace of Swords reverse. You know, there is a real lacking here of understanding, or a lacking of moving forward, because there's a real obstacle here, or you feel like you will only fuck it up yourself with self-destruction, disaster. You're not backing yourself initially. But then you start to really look inside. There's some sort of issue here that you didn't want the truth over initially, but then you had no other choice but to have to look in deep with the Hierophant. Your Taurus's major arcana here. Hierophant speaks atonement to mercy, kindness, forgiveness, and servitude, and inspiration and compassion. And I feel like this is with yourself. I feel like there is a capacity here to own one's ideas and admitting to oneself that sometimes we can have a bit of a tendency to cling to ideal systems or ideals that are a little bit outdated. With that Two of Wands coming in next, we are looking truthfully at this, at the idea of it, the reality of it, and we're taking stock of that fact, of what is the same, what is not, and assessing it as such. We're being very mature. We are trying to attain these goals and needs. We're using boldness. We're being very bold about this. But we are using the courage that is needed to make these changes. Coming in next is, of course, the Queen of Swords. Now, you ain't mincing your words. You're being bold in action, but you're being even more bolder in speech, I want to say. Being quick-witted, intensely perceptive, intuitively guided. You know, you know what shit's about, and you're not mincing your words. And when something comes along across to you that smells a little fishy or sounds a little pickled, you've got the balls to then research it. The Page of Swords coming in behind that Queen. Now, the Page of Swords is all about vigilance. This is like fucking Hawkeye to another level. This is spying, being very discreet about your intentions, but being very active in the need to find information or to find out something that is less than known through, you know, watching someone's body action, movements, listening to everything they say and then seeing if they actually follow through with it. It's being very adept to perceiving things that are less than perceivable. And this is you. At the subconscious forefront of all of this, you are just trying to find shit out, something fierce. Whether this is about you personally or things around you or another person in general, it's like spiritually stocking your internals and externals, like everything. Let's go to the root of the reading now, the base of it all, that Seven of Wands reversed with the Ace of Wands and the Tower reverse. Now, at the base of it all, Sagittarius, we're not making the gains here. If anything, our combatants or our constituents are making the gains on us. It's that feeling of being overrun and overridden. There's a real sense of hesitancy causing losses here, perplexities, and being a bit embarrassed maybe about that fact. But with that Ace of Wands, I see that you are trying to push forward from this with some sort of invention or forward movement or some sort of meaningful gain here. Trying to get some sort of advancement here, experience on this. Trying to make something work, whereas otherwise it wasn't so workable. But I feel like it will be short-lived, unfortunately, because that Tower reverse is telling me it's going to fall back into its old ways, into continued oppression, following the old ways, living in the same old rut, and inability to really bring in any worthwhile change at the end of it. Past energy now, we had that Wheel of Fortune reverse initially, and this was clarified by the Six of Swords reverse. So like I said before, with that Wheel of Fortune reverse, there is a sense here of interruption or inconsistency, bad luck, broken sequence due to unexpected events or outsiders' influences that weren't contemplated. With that Six of Swords reversed, there was some sort of a stalemate here, or someone coming forth with an unwanted proposal, a declaration, or a confession of sorts. Maybe this was publicly. I feel like for some of you it may have been a smear campaign. But don't let that disdain you from the future, because my God, your future looks so bright. The Lovers, Eight of Wands, Queen of Cups. Gemini's major and a whole lot of other goodness coming in behind that. Sagittarius, moving forward from all this, there is a chance of a real connection here for you guys. I got to put it out there, man. Nothing here says to me otherwise except for, oh my God, this could be the real deal. The Lovers, a real connection. With the Eight of Wands, forward movement, Cupid's arrows, connection here. This is all about swift activity, progress, advancement, speed, hastily made movement, love, connection. And then behind that you got the Queen of Cups. Like, this is a warm-hearted, fair person who's beloved, adored. It's a good friend that could be so much more. They're devoted, they're practical, they're honest, they're loving, they're intelligent, they give the gift of vision. And they really do envision you. And maybe you envision them too. Whew, do you know what I'm saying? Whew. Now, Spirit's advice. Seven of Cups reverse, Three of Pentacles reverse, Nine of Swords. Now, Spirit says, you think you've chosen your cup. Don't get sloppy or mediocre about things just because you've chosen something. Because otherwise you'll be up worrying, a lot of anxiety, fearing for this love and this connection of this person that you're connecting with. Don't get obsessive compulsive. Don't get too overclingy. Is the message here. You like your space, allow the person to have theirs. And try to not overthink things. If you have questions, ask the person. Try not to let it get into your head. Don't get petty. That's Three of Pentacles reversed. Don't get petty. Don't get insecure. And don't use your skills for silly things, really. Listen to advice, if not your own. Your own experience may be a little bit inadequate to understand from the other person's point of view, or you just may not be seeing it. A bit blinders views again, blinders on. Outside's view, though, is someone very capable. The Emperor and the Fool. Authoritative in nature, get shit done, commanding, authoritative, respected, admired, but also with a childlike zest to get shit done. Always ready at the drop of a hat to be anywhere where it's needed, to get anything done that's needed, or to be ready for any adventure that comes calling. At the drop of a hat, drop of a pin. Someone needs something, you're there for them. You're the fixer, the support system. You're the friend that will also go out drinking, dancing, partying. Whatever is needed, you become that chameleon. You become that. You are that for them. You are that for you sometimes too. Sagittarius, September, hopes and fears, the Magician reverse, Knight of Wands. You've got everything there at your disposal to create anything that you want. Don't get too full of self though. And don't go doing things that are more personal need than what's best for all. Don't get out of balance. With the Knight of Wands, you're on a journey here. There may even be a need to change where you're based, your residency, or where you normally are. But don't fear it. Embrace it is what I want to say to you. There's much to be learnt here, Sagittarius. There is a real journey or an advancement into the unknown here. It's time to take flight, my darlings. And the outcome. Sagittarius is September, and thank you all for joining me. The Four of Pentacles with the Magician. Man, maybe you're right about holding onto that pentacle. Because I'm seeing you're holding on to that pentacle so damn tightly because you're trying to manifest something. You're lining all your chickens up in a row, honey. You're about to knock them all down coming out of September. You are going to create something that will long stand the test of time, I feel. Whether that's something physical, something tangible, or something idealistic. This is something that needs a little bit of growth now in the money, which will grow on its own to something humongous in the end. This is just the beginning, I'm hearing. This is just the beginning. Help it grow. Originality, creativity, you know, this is imagination, self-reliance, but also having spontaneity. It's self-confidence with self-control. It's flexibility and ingenuity, while also being able to hold on to the monetary bags while doing so. I think this is a lovely, well-rounded reading for you, Sagittarius. You've had a few real hard ones lately, and I feel for you in that regard. Something just fell off the wall. That's nice. But I do want to get another piece of pie for you. Let's get some additionals for Sagittarius' September to round off the reading for them, please. Thank you. Be present. Your full presence is the greatest gift you can give yourself and others. Life is happening right now, in this moment. Today is the only day that matters. Anchor yourself in the now and give it your all. Notice the details and drink in the sweetness. Be present. And I agree. Secondly, share your gifts. Your creativity positively impacts the world. It's ripe with beauty and innovation. Everyone benefits from your art, especially you. Get to know your talented inner muse. Nurture your vision. Your unique gifts are meant to be shared. And lastly, for Saggy, accept yourself. Well, there's a time and place for self-improvement. Today's focus is on everything that's already great about you. Let go of who you think you should be and fall madly in love with who you are in this moment. When you accept yourself exactly as you are, you shift from living for tomorrow to accepting and appreciating today. Accept yourself, sweetheart. So now that I'm dying, that's killer. So be present, share your gifts, and accept yourself, Sagittarius. You are worthy. You're more than worthy. You do so much for others. It's time now to do for yourself. I feel like September is a real turning point for you guys. You know, it's your turn, it's your time. You've put in the work, put in the effort, you've gone through all the trials and tribulations. Like, good God, we've all seen it. And I feel like now is your time to reap that benefit. Sagittarius, September, please. Wand, intention. Exactly. Set your intention and make it happen. The wand, fire energy, it is you. It's your time. It is your time now. Especially moving out of September. This is the groundwork. This is the final stages of preparation that you've been planning for. Go, Sagittarius. Bring it in full with fury, and may it grow faster than any wildfire can spread across the bushland. Thank you, Sagittarius and Melissa, for joining me on another round of Redski's Righteous Readings, Real Readings. Until next time, bye.